morning, everyone. I hope today finds you well, happy, and healthy. If not happy, at least healthy. Um, Today is September the 30th. Sorry, I was taking a drink of coffee. It is 5 o'clock this morning, and I am trying a different setup with my card reading, so there may be a few hiccups. I put this down so that I would have something that wasn't. I'm using a craft table, okay? That's what I have that I use. So it's got a couple of stains here and there that aren't going to come out, but it's awful loud when it comes to shuffling. So what I've done is I've set my planner up, and I absolutely adore this planner. I'm glad I found it on sale. Anyways, I will shuffle on this planner to make sure that it's not so loud, because I have noticed in the recordings that when my cards hit the table while I'm shuffling, it is extremely loud. So this is my effort to prevent that from happening. And I'm at a really odd angle to get this to record, so hold on. Alright, let's see here. Today's message, this is the Halloween Oracle deck. There is a Halloween tarot deck, but this is the Halloween Oracle deck. It doesn't have that many cards, but it is very beautiful. And this is one of the cards I've been using all year in order to learn what the card meanings are. Because I've had this deck maybe a couple of years now. I cannot shuffle at this angle. Okay, so give me just a second while I rearrange myself. I may have to edit this out, maybe not, depends. Alright, this is a little bit better. Never try to shuffle sideways. So, I don't have a professional camera or video setup or tripod or anything like that, so I'm making do. I have a old gaming camera that I borrowed from my son. He has a new one. He was just going to throw this one away. I was like, nope, I can use it. So anyways, I have been sick the last 2.5 to 3 weeks. That's why I haven't posted anything up. So I apologize for that. So normally what I do is a daily. It's kind of like you're joining me in my morning routine when I draw my own personal cards. And I've been putting those up. And I'm going to start putting up some random draws that I'll do for like the weekend and what the week ahead is going to be like for just general public, or try to. It has now hit really well as far as autumn, fall, and we are in the presence of a really cold, wet snap. So, yay! Fall's here, the changing of the leaves. It's beautiful outside. At least I hope that you're being able to see some of the beautiful fall scenery. For those of you that absolutely adore this type of weather, I hope your allergy medicine is up to date. If you don't have allergies, there are several places in the United States that if you don't have them and you come there, you will by the time you've been there for a month. They're just heavily pollinated. Anyways, today's message for the Oracle is scrying. Well, we are getting into October, listening to one's intuition. So this message is to basically get more in touch with all the different forms of scrying available to me. I've been playing around an idea, and this is telling me that stop playing around with that idea and go forward. So that is my morning message, the daily message that I can take through the rest of my day. Now the next one that I typically do, and I will write these in my journal, is the Fairies Oracle, if I can get them all out. Thank you. Now, these guys are tricky, 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 tricky. And it helps if I get yesterday's message out. Now this deck I got after the Halloween Oracle deck, and these have almost 60, 70 deck cards. I do not have these down, and it's going to take me more than a year to get them down. There are approximately, I'm looking at the book, I'm explaining why I'm looking at the book. Come on. I'm trying to tell you how many cards there are without counting the deck. Yeah. There are 65. There are 65 cards in this Oracle deck. This is called the Fairy Oracle. Now what I tend to do is that I will go ahead and I will shuffle with the same request. What message do I need to carry through for the day? What message do I need to keep in mind for my day? Things that are important. Things that I need to make note of for the day. So this is like a daily thing that I do. These two Oracle decks. Thoughts to keep in my mind as I go throughout my day. Sometimes it reminds me that I need to be more playful. Sometimes it reminds me I need to be more conscientious. Things that, our busy lives can sometimes have us forgetting. And so for me, this actually helps me keep in the forethought of my head certain things that are like, here's your goal for the day. Here's your thought for the day. Here's something that's going to happen today that you need to be aware of. So let's see what today is. Today is 13 Solaris. What I'll tend to do, because I'm not familiar yet with this deck, is I'll read it. I'll see what message stands out the most. I'll keep the card in the book so that I can come back to this book at any time during the day. So knowledge, consciousness, synthesis, spiritual empowerment. There is a huge amount from here to here. This gives a little bit from the author about what it means for them. Person who created the image, the person who requested the image, and then how we're supposed to read it. And I do refer back to this book because I'm just not familiar with it enough. It takes time to learn your decks, whether it's reading for yourself or reading for others. When we don't know what we need or who to turn to, Solaris will help us if we ask. To an oracle group, Solaris said, "Allow the surface noise to fade. I'm here waiting." Encourages us to stand on our own feet, to recognize and utilize our own wisdom, to depend upon our own strength, to acknowledge and work with our own good qualities, using them as stepping stones to improve the lesser good. I can understand up to improve, but then the lesser good throws me. Well, less good. Yet at the same time, Solaris recognizes that we cannot do everything alone and helps us to make the connections and have the insights that will help us to accept wisdom, energy, assistance from other realms, especially the realms of the Singers and the Fae. With faith in the human spirit, Solaris sees us as arrows to fire through the bow, choosing our own direction and soaring with into undreamed heights, empowering by trust and creative life force. So Solaris is radiant, energizing, vitalizing. The presence as a reading often indicates something new is being brought into our lives, partly through our own efforts and partly through the help we are receiving from other places, realms. Miracles may take place, movement into the light is occurring. This is a time for taking action, passing on our blessing, and learning and for service given from a position of strength. So, that are the two that I am to keep in mind. Scrying and asking for help and utilizing our own creative forces, our own resources, those resources we have within ourselves. Oh, I'm going to have to edit this just a touch. It's 10 minutes. That is not going to load well. Well, anyway, everyone, I want to thank you all for stopping by. And I will try to get up as soon as possible. Some more readings today. Not that I've done any in the last 2.5, 3 weeks because I have been ill. But I'll get some recorded and put up hopefully today. If not, by tomorrow. I wanted to get your opinion, and if you stop by, please answer the poll.